Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and I am playing Seablock today. In the previous episode we upgraded our silver production to have basically this like silver sheet coil block here, and we also added this line that produces silver wire coils. And I think that's how the stuff is called. Yes, silver wire coils, and they're getting exported in there. So this is great. We have a second type of coil available now. And another thing that I did is... you know what? Let's delete the condition here. I think we just want all of that stuff to be loaded in there. And probably used from here first, right? Let's say priority 1. It's probably higher than whatever we are using in this block. Right? What's the priority? No priority. Nice, because we want to use up all coils from here first. Okay, good. Another thing. Let's take a look at mod settings. Is there a way to tell... Okay, power overload is not that. Is there a way to... Right, history length. Look at this. I want to increase this. Let's say we'll have it for like 500, maybe. What does it say about iterations per tick? Oh, decrease this number if you're having performance issues. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's resume. Let's hope that now this history will be a little bit larger. You know, we can actually clear this. I don't know why I did that. It's okay. Okay, let's try and figure out what we should do today. We still having issues with Cretinium. Because of that, we have issues with everything. With green circuits, red circuits, blue signs. Yep, that is not good. Why do we need so much copper ore? Oh, I see. We're asking for it there. This makes sense, actually. This does make sense. So we need lots of Cretinium in order to resolve this situation. Let's double check that this block's actually working. Iron is not getting consumed, which is surprising because I would expect iron to be consumed by this part. And we also have iron here. Wow, okay. So at least we shouldn't have problems with steel. It seems to be that way. Right, let's proceed doing like expanding while we are thinking about what to focus on today. Because I do not have a plan for today's episode. At least not yet. At least I don't have a plan yet. Okay, this part is here. Build on deep water. That's fine. It's expected that you can build in deep water. It's totally okay. Right, let's remove these swarms, and we probably want to remove these ones, maybe. Okay, it's working. These ones will be shooting this swarm. Okay, good. Now, what should we do today? These blocks will be for modules. We are not quite ready for modules yet. Here I wanted to build like crystals for the modules, or whatever the name of these things is. So if you look at modules, we need this thing. Like polished red crystal shards and polished red crystals. Well, we need like red ones for for prod modules, and we need like another color for the other ones. And if you look at this, they actually produced from this like splinters, which are produced from these ones, raw crystal splinters, and they're produced of all colors. So I want to have a block basically just dedicated to splinters right here. I think it will look pretty good once it's built. However, another thing that we need to do, we need to slowly start thinking how to get to yellow signs. Because we have all the sciences already kind of built. The problem with yellow signs is that, like, normally the way progression works is before getting to yellow signs, we need to get to black chips. And if you look at black, is it like processor? This thing, advanced processing unit. And if you look at it, it requires chrome, and we don't have chrome. So we have these three parts: electronic circuit processing unit, nitric acid. We have that already. We do not have advanced processing board. And advanced processing board, what does it need? We have all other components. We don't have substrates, and we don't have CPUs. Substrates are straightforward, and CPUs require platinum wires. So we need to get platinum, and we need to get chrome in order to be able to produce black circuits. That's a problem. That's a problem because we are nowhere close to getting chrome. And right, actually, speaking of platinum, we could do something about that. Why don't we extend this part a little bit? Maybe like this. Maybe I could actually copy it everywhere here. Copy it here. Oh, and we already have it here. We even have it a little bit higher. Let's do it like this, in a similar way. So what I want to do, we could swap these processes. I think even like right now. Let's do this. Let's go there and upgrade. And we'll have, what's the name of the results? We'll have purified ores. Okay, the first one, this one, will be purified saphirite. Okay. Started producing it. RV instrument, yes, purified saphirite, 50,000. This looks good to me. This is looking pretty good, so we got it. This one is limit for Jivalite. Nice. Let's start producing it. So we'll have lots of this produced. Not quite sure how exactly we'll be using them, but it's okay. We don't need to know how we'll be using them in order, like, you know, to get them. Okay, this one is with Babmonium. Oh, sorry, not Babmonium, Cratinium. I was gonna say I'm surprised that we don't have anything here, but I shouldn't really be surprised because we're completely out of Cratinium. Right, this part. Robite. Let's produce Robite. Here is our Robite, and are we getting the new ones? The Babmonium. We have Babmonium here, Babmonium here. Okay, we kinda got it, however, not fully. Not fully, because we need to set recipe there. And I believe with that, we should have these blocks, these purified crystals ready to be used by whatever we will be using them. Okay, so we finished that part. Let's take a look at our gardens. Let's take a look at our gardens and at the science. Right, the science is not consumed from here. That means that we should have some science right here. Yes, we do have some science. Let's try, you know, let's try to do the following. Let's go here. Let's cancel all of these researches. Let's try to get fish thingy. So we want to get this recipe. Like we really want it. Or do we want the other one? We want this one, I think. Right, because this should allow us to work on some other things. Let's try to do it like this. Let's try to get this research out of the way. Have they started researching? I think so. How many of them are here that we are using? We are using 36 times 5. It's basically 1800 of research right there, and we need 400. Okay, so one thing that maybe we should do, maybe I should increase the limit here to like, to keep like extra 50 maybe, so that it always works, always does something. Well, the sad part is that we don't have enough seed extractors to really make this thing work nicely. Right, one thing, and we also don't have better farms. So yeah, that's kind of the problem. Basically all these alien biosamples are getting delivered right there to this spot. And they're asking for 30, that's a lot. Okay, I don't like the fact that we have a lot of gardens that are not used. How can we improve this? We could say that this buffer chests. Right. Let's do it like this. This will be buffer chests, meaning that by default, requester chests, like this requester chests, will not be requesting things from this. And we could also do the same thing actually with these ones. So we have 3 buffer chests here as well. And now that we have that, what we can do, we can copy basically. We cannot really copy this block, but we can kind of come up with something, right? We basically need to, let's think. So what I want some extra processing, right? But I want requester chests to be able to consume things from buffer chests, and ideally maybe only from buffer chests. Right, you're asking for 3, and we're sending leftover over there. I'm not sure this is the correct thing that we are doing, to be honest. I'm not sure whether we are doing the right thing here. Because if I add requested chest somewhere... Okay, let's see. Let's see. How many gardens do we have? We have lots of gardens. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of gardens. Let's try to do the following. Let's say we'll copy this block here. And how will we do it? So this is the output. It needs the input. That's kind of a tiny problem. It needs the input. And I don't think... okay, I don't like this layout. I do not like it. Let's say we are flipping this. Okay, not like this, like this. So we are adding requester chest. And doing something like that. Okay. With these things, what can we do? We could ask for gardens here, but I'd like to make this thing like really compact. 4, like 5. Six, 7. I don't know, is this enough? I don't feel like this is enough, to be honest. And yeah, we definitely want to request from buffer chests. That's kind of the point. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. We will not be doing that here. Let's have this process done like in a better place. For example, here. That you could have a lot of gardens placed here, and they could be doing like this stuff. Oh, no, not like this. I want to really like get the fishing part kind of going. Oh, come on. You know what? We'll just connect things like this. So this is one set of gardens. This is without requesting stuff from buffer chests, I believe. So we could have another one and another one. So we'll have 3 lines of gardens. We'll have a couple of these things. Nice. It should work really well. So now we are asking for the stuff we are requesting from buffer chests, and we are applying that to this line. The second line will be different, right? We will ask for this garden, I believe. That the request from buffer chests. Okay, we did that. And the third one will be processing these gardens. Like that. Ask the request from buffer chests. And we'll copy paste this part. Good. Now, the only thing that's missing, we need to copy this recipe and just apply it to all of this. Good, we did that. And we need to copy this recipe and apply it to all of this machines. Nice. And with that, I believe we should process lots and lots of gardens. Okay, is it actually working? We're doing. Well, at the very least, it looks like something is happening, and you know, that's good enough for me. Just knowing that something is happening is already a pretty good result. We do not have any more of the signs. I don't believe we have signs here, nothing is happening, so let's go back to this and continue researching mythology. Alright, let's landfill this block as well. So this way we're kind of preparing to make some progress on the modules. I really want to do something about the modules. So basically I want to get them, and this seems to be the way forward. And we'll first focus on productivity modules. Right, since we have so many gardens now, we probably will be able to... We should be able to make like some progress. Like we should be able to get a fish thingy from here. Oh no, wait. For gardens, sorry, for modules, we need biter. We need to grow biters. We need this technology for sure, and maybe even this one with biter breeding. Oh, and this is like big. Oh, okay, this is big. This is medium. This is small. We can definitely start with small biters. We can start with breeding small biters. However, we need puffers, hatchery. Okay, we kind of need a lot of researchers actually. We need a lot of researchers. I'm not sure whether we are ready to do that, but let's start building things nevertheless, and maybe it will, you know, work a bit better at some point. Garden. Oh, we're almost out of gardens. You know what? You know what? Let's do the following. Let's go there. Interesting. I almost want to delete this build at some point, but if I delete it, then we will lose lots of things. So how about... Will I lose gardens? Temperate garden is a garden. I mean, the situation is not super bad yet because all of these things seem to be working, and I'm just afraid that these gardens will first go over there instead of coming here. That would be bad. That would be bad. I'll wait a little bit and then I'll remove this build. Actually, I can create a blueprint of this. Right, let's create a blueprint and let's just drop it somewhere, because this might be useful in the future as well. So let's do that. Let's wait for this. Let's take a look. What do we need after this one? We need, okay, bioplastic snob, oil, pricing of fish, yes. This stuff, we don't really need it, but we need this one. And it also costs 400. So it kind of costs a lot, but on the other hand, we produced lots of them here, right? I think we produced like maybe a couple of thousand. Let's try to get this process. And what about this one? Do we need this one? We do want it to be able to produce base mineral oil. Actually, yeah, we want it, like we really want that one. But we cannot get there because we first need to get oil pricing of plants. Oh, it's so expensive. All of this stuff is so expensive. This is giving us base mineral oil. Have you decided how exactly we'll be using fermentation base yet, or not? I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, gardens. Which ones? We have temperate gardens and desert gardens. And here, this one is temperate. This one is swamp garden. We don't have a lot of swamp gardens now, so you know what let's do? Let's just delete this line, and we'll say that we are done with swamp gardens. We are not doing anything with them anymore. We'll process and extract plant life samples from these gardens, but we will not be like consuming even more of the valuable gardens there. And yeah, they should be given back into this logistic network, so it should be fine. And we need to be careful and not to let, in order not to let the other processes to like overrun. Okay, let's proceed. What is happening here? We are dealing with the worms. Okay, worm there. No, not gone. Well, I guess almost gone. Will be gone soon. Well, let's proceed with this block. Let's extend it a little bit further up. And oh, okay. Let's just do that. And we'll tell robots to build these blocks as well. Okay. They're busy with that. They're busy with this one. They should be busy with this one as well. Can this robot get away? I think it managed. Yep, it managed. Nice. That is nice. Oh, our UPS, it's not great. Let's take a look what exactly is using our time. So power overload, we know this. Electric networks, yep. Transport lines, wow. Entity updates. I think the base is just doing lots of stuff. I think that's pretty much what's happening. Okay, garden. We don't have temperate gardens anymore, so I would say we should delete this line. Right? Let's delete it. Now, this part is not getting a lot of plant life samples, and that's really unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Why don't we tell it like to request 10 or something? From buffer. I don't want to request from buffer chests, to be honest, but yeah, let's just do it like this. And these gardens, the last ones, do we have them? Well, we have like 20. And they're, I guess, getting delivered here. I guess it's okay, we could wait a little bit. Kind of let this process consume a little bit more gardens, and then we'll disable it as well. Nice. What? Oh, look at that. This is cool. What do these robots do? They can't be... They couldn't have been bringing this part. Oh, right. They were getting landfill. I think. Probably not. I don't know what these robots were doing. But these are logistic robots, right? Very interesting. No idea what's happening with the base. No idea what's happening. Right. We will wait for these things to be cleared. We'll have 3 more blocks where we'll place like 12 of the like geode processing blocks here. So we'll have geode processing done here. I want to have raw crystals right there, but I'm not sure whether we can do it now. I don't know. I am not really sure. let's add like a thing here. And I cannot place it there yet. I guess we could copy it later. Let's do this thing. And we could actually copy this part and place it right there, so that we're also getting ready, like we'd like to be ready to set up nuclear power, and that's kind of our preparation for that. Alright. Okay, lots of robots are busy now, nothing is really happening in terms of the new designs. Again, the goal now is to produce lots of these sciences and ground samples. What's the problem with ground sample? Wait. Logistic robots are not doing anything. I see. It's because they're bringing, right? They're bringing lots of landfill into like various chests. Because the way our base is set up, we have these buffer chests that are like helping construction robots do their stuff better. Yeah, and it's a little bit, you know, everything that's happening now is pretty slow. We probably should have finished researching robot speed first. Yeah, I kind of switched focus to get like the recipes here to get a better custom machines, string custom machines. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. It's okay, it's not that bad that we did that. It's not really bad, but we could have done it a little bit more optimally. Say, right, let's take a look. What is wrong with blue signs? Green chips and green chips, they need copper. So this stuff doesn't have copper, and because of that we are not getting like brown chips, and nothing works here. Yeah, who knew that Cretinium is an important ore? Let's go here, let's check. Garden. Okay, I think it's time. It's time to stop this process as well. So now all of this, like they will not be consuming more gardens, they will just finish processing of whatever they have right now. Okay, we actually have a lot of this 11 samples. I'm not sure why. Well, I am sure it's because of the logistic box. That's why this thing is super slow. It's okay. It's the base is not doing anything anymore. Oh, at least this is happening. No. I thought we are getting power pole. We are not getting power pole yet. Let's think. How should we do everything? So this part I want to use it for crystals. Let's maybe plan while the robots are doing things. Let's maybe take a look at what does it take to get chrome. Right, let's say we want to get chrome plates in the end. I don't know how many we'll need. Let's go for like 30 chrome plates. We will be using this process, obviously, from ingots. And the ingots, will be getting them using the most complex one, because it's chrome. It's very, you know, hard, and like it's very difficult to get. So we want to be as efficient as possible. So for chrome, we'll be using tier 3 chrome processing for sure. We have here chrome oxide, chrome oxide. We are consuming chrome oxide. So we need to get more chrome oxide. Let's do this. And this is the way. To get it, we'll be getting it from the chromate. Whatever, okay. Which can be gotten from chromate. Looks good. This thing, sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate. We are actually consuming some sodium carbonate that we are producing earlier in the process. That is good. That is good. So we'll need a couple of things. Well, first of all, pellets, ore. That's simple. This thing is super simple. Like sulfuric acid, we'll just, you know, produce it using like the usual process, like that. So in sulfur, oxygen, we'll get it right here. Sodium carbonate. How can we get it? Because this thing can be produced from sodium and carbon dioxide, can be produced from brown algae. Okay, this is very, very straightforward. I would say we just go with brown algae, or like some process will have a block or something, just exporting those. That's fine. That's fine. It will just work. Sodium carbonate is not hard to get. We'll do that. And with that, we basically see that in order to produce 30 chrome plates, we need only 13 chrome ore. That's good. And we need a little bit of sulfur, should be easy to get. To get chrome ore, we actually need to get ferrous crystals. And that's kind of the thing about chrome. What makes it a little bit complicated, we need to go through like the ferrous ore chain and kind of get it to the very end, to the very last stage. This is the final stage, the kind of purified crystals in a way. So how do we do that? We'll be producing some slag along the way. That's okay. That's okay. We can. I guess we'll need to set up some usage for the slag. We can do that. Ferrous chloride solution. That's straightforward. I think we used it already somewhere. We need hydrogen chloride gas. Okay. We'll just take it from somewhere, or like we'll copy some build. It should be easy to get this part. Ferrous concentrate. What is that? Okay, so we can either anodized ferrous concentrate, ferrous slurry. Oh wait, this is the process that we are using later. This is the only way to get this. And we need ceramic filters for that. That's fine, we'll have ceramic filters. That is okay. Oh, we need electrowinning cell. It's looking a bit complicated, but I think we should be able to do that. We also need to find some place where we'll be like doing this process, because right now I'm not quite sure where we should even place this thing. Right, and we basically need ferrous dust, right? So let's see. We need 60 of ferrous dust. That's a lot. Oh wow, and we need a lot of sulfuric acid. We need a lot of it, which we can get majority of it from this wastewater, I think. Let's try. Let's try to get it from this process, from sulfur, and we'll try to get the sulfur from sulfuric wastewater. This one. Right, so we cannot quite do that. Can we like tell it that? No, I don't think we can. We can specify maybe like 30%, 500, no, 35% maybe, 33, I guess 34. Yeah, that's We can get like... Wait, is it just 1/3? No. We need to consume 9.9 sulfur, and we're able to get 6.1. It's looking strange. How exactly is this calculated? Maybe I should have like shift clicked on here, or click. Right, it was used. I think it was relying on like purified water or something. I wanted to look at sulfur, and the percentage in this case will be more like 70%, 65. Wait, 50, 60. Oh, look at that, exactly 60%. Good, and we'll still need to like produce a little bit of sulfur. That's fine. Alright, here we need to produce ferrous dust. How are we gonna do that? We will be consuming lots of sodium hydroxide. We can do that, we already have the block. In worst case, we'll just copy paste it. I will have a second one. It should be fine. This process is relatively straightforward. Maybe we could also... Maybe not. So this requires lots of flotation cells, and we should be able to produce ferrous dust. Okay, let's say this will have this will be another block. I'm just trying to split it into blocks and try to understand how we could make it look like, how we could make it work. This one needs to produce 1,000,000 drums from this thing. So we're producing these drums from the used ones, like this. We'll need some lubricant. So the question, do I want to split this thing out from this? And the answer is no, I do not really want to do that, because this requires barrels, right? It will be taking 1, 2, 3 inputs plus barrels, lubricant barrels, and this one will be 1, 2, 3 thermal water in barrels. Let's remove this one. We'll take a look again. Right, like this. So we need 3 of this, 3 of those. It's 6 inputs, and we need sodium hydroxide, barrels. Let's actually do this. We'll be consuming barrels. We'll be getting some barrels again. And for sulfur, we will want to... I guess we'll be requesting sulfur, like this sulfur. This sulfur. Do we have enough space? 78 flotation cells. Do we have flotation cells anywhere? We should have them here, right? These are flotation cells. How many is this block? How much is this? This has 80 flotation cells. Okay, good. So basically, this layout has enough space for 80 flotation cells, and we need to get 80. Plus we need like a little bit of other things, not lots of things, mind you, just like tiny amounts. So this will be one block, right? We'll have a block giving us a lot of ferrous dust. And we could potentially maybe use this part for chrome. I'm not sure about that, but I kind of like to keep everything on the left side. Yeah, maybe we will be using this one for chrome. I don't know yet. Or we could try to expand further in that direction and try to have chrome here, because it will need to get like this inputs, and this inputs. So maybe this would be a better place for chrome. You know what? I think I like this. I think I like this idea. I think I like the idea of having chrome like done here. Okay, I was like wondering whether I clicked correctly, whether everything is working correctly. Seems to be the case. Now, we are still producing, like we are very, very slow with the production of these things because we don't have logistic robots. Yep. That's unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate that we are very limited. Oh, look at that. We're just hanging in there. But these are construction ones. We have enough power. Oh, by the way, check it out. We are like none of our power poles are exploding. That's great. We don't have like overload in terms of power, but we are using a little bit too many robots, probably. Okay, let's get back to this thing while the game is just, you know, trying to recover from the tasks I gave it. So we will be building these things, we'll be producing ferrous dust. Okay, then once we get ferrous dust, we will try and build this process. I think what we should do... Okay, this is ferrous dust. That's the input. And this will be the output. Wait, so we are producing chrome in 2 steps, in 2 blocks? I don't think we can fit both this and this into the same block. I just don't see it happening, to be honest. I don't think it will happen. Because we'll need 52 lichen plants. That's a lot of lichen plants. And this is also a lot. So I think we need to plan 2 blocks. For this process we'll probably like maybe even merge them. And we can merge it with this one, as in I don't need to use trains to actually export this material, right, ferrous dust, right? I don't need to do that. I just need to belt it directly here, because that's what the whole block is about. Right, so this will require 2 city blocks, probably. Then we still have space for it, but this is not a lot of things. This is also not a lot of things, so we can have 4th city block dedicated to this spot. Let's take a look how would be, like, what would be the, like, a better way of orienting this thing. You know, I'm no longer sure about this location. Maybe it would be better to have chrome produced here. Because then the ores from here could be delivered to the smelters and they will be able to like bypass this part, so it doesn't really experience lots of traffic now. Yeah, let's have chrome here. Let's do it like this. We'll have chrome here. And how would we do that? We will have the first thing. This one. Ferrous dust. Ferrous powder dust. This thing. It will be produced right here. Right, we'll be producing it here. The next one. The ferrous crystals. No. Well, yes, I guess. Ferrous crystals will be produced, and chrome will be produced in next 2 blocks. Let's see. I mean, we could split it kind of nicely, right? Because in 1 block we'll be getting ferrous slurry, and we can filter it maybe in the same block, kinda, to get ferrous concentrate. And then from ferrous concentrate we'll need to produce anodized ferrous concentrate. Okay, let's just do it like this. Let's say ferrous crystals are here and chrome is here. So ferrous crystals, these ones, will be here, I think. No, I placed it wrong. Okay, let's see. This is middle, 3, 1, 2. We want it to be here. Ferrous crystals will be here. And another tag with chrome, like the actual ore, the most difficult ore to produce in the game. Oh, where is it? This is platinum. What is chrome? This is chrome. We'll have it here. And with the chrome there, let's take a look. If you look at ingots, or like chrome ore. Okay, chrome ore will be used by something, like catalyst or whatever. And we'll be exporting it. Chrome ingots. Does anyone use it? It's basically needed only to produce chrome, and this thing is needed only for plates. Okay, good. And the plates are needed for advanced processing unit. Wait, what? This is needed only for advanced processing unit? Need to deliver like 10 chrome plates to it. And I want that one to be probably somewhere there. But that's fine, like the fact that it has to travel over there. I don't know. Maybe it would have been better if it was here, but... It would definitely be better if we had it here. Right, let's switch this a little bit. Yes, let's do this because we already landfilling this block. It's cleared from biters, and that's kind of our next logical step to get chrome and tungsten. But for tungsten, I will need some space anyway. And I could use this space for tungsten, actually. And I could maybe even use this one for chrome and this one for tungsten to keep this spot available for the base ores. Right, why don't we do that? Why don't we have chrome actually here and tungsten over there? I like it better. Let's do it again. Ferrous dust, right? That's what we have. Place it here. We are getting ferrous crystals right here. We'll have chrome. Chrome here. Here. Is our chrome. And we'll need chrome sheet coil. This one will be here. Because we'll be using sheet coil for that. So let's delete. Delete it. So this will be the chrome. Good. We can. Good. Yes. So we'll have chrome production here. We'll need tungsten. What do we do with tungsten? How exactly would we be getting it? Tungsten. Right, so we want... Oh, okay, tungsten. It's like a tricky thing. We need tungsten plate, we'll need tungsten carbide plate, and we'll need copper tungsten plate. So this requires tungsten powder mixture. Like cobalt and nickel. And I want to use nickel for tungsten, I think. Let's maybe focus on this one. Say we want like 30. I don't actually know how much we need. Let's go with this one. So this is the product, and what is happening? Okay, that's yeah. It's okay. I'm sorry, robots. I'm sorry. It just kind of happened. Let's clear that part. What is like majority of worms over there? We're clearing them. Here, can we do anything? Yes, we actually can, surprisingly. We actually can do something about that. Okay. We will proceed thinking about that. Right, we need this part, tungsten powder mixture, and I really want to use nickel for that. Because nickel is better than, like it's a lower tier than cobalt, right? Let's take a look. Okay, nickel is tier 2, right? So we have this for metals like tier 1, they require mineral catalyst. Nickel, it requires crystal catalyst, so it's like tier 2. And if you look at cobalt, it requires hybrid catalyst, so it's kind of more difficult process. And I don't want to use cobalt because we'll need a lot of cobalt as it is. So if you look at the science block, so let's take a look. We need 50 tungsten powder, 50. We need cobalt, but we also need a lot of, wait, this is not a lot of cobalt. This is a lot of cobalt. And this is a lot of tungsten. Wow. Okay, so we need basically 60 tungsten plates and 60 tungsten powder. That is a lot. Anyway, what I was saying, we'll be using nickel powder for that. Alright, we'll be using nickel powder. We will need tungsten powder. Another thing that we needed tungsten. Tungsten what? I forgot. What exactly do we need? We need tungsten powder. And we need tungsten plate. Why do we need tungsten powder here? What's the deal with that? Why would we require... Oh, we require like really as a powder. Okay, let's do this. So we need tungsten powder. Okay, got it. We'll be producing it. Tungsten ferrofluoride. I mean, I don't know which one is better. Let's take a look at recipes. Tungsten powder. So we have two processes. Like the simple one and hard one. Hard one requires yellow science, I believe, for like the science that combines some sciences. Or maybe just a prerequisite for... Right, basically, in order to get to this recipe, we already need to have tungsten. So let's focus on this one, on the first tier recipe, right? Let's plan everything for with the first one. We can always redo this later, right? We are always able to redo stuff later, so we'll have this process. It will be using charcoal. I don't know how to make it a default. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong, but I tried pressing like random buttons and I couldn't make this the default fuel. So the thing is that we actually don't need 30, we need like basically 80, right? Because we need 50 more. We could make it 90 to get like a round number. So that's a bit unfortunate. The fact that it produces fluoride, it's okay. Okay, maybe it will not actually require fluoride, but it's still okay because hydrogen fluoride gas, hydrofluoric acid. Wait, it's the other way around. We want to produce it. Hydrogen fluoride, hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen fluoride. We can get it as part of ethylbenzene production. Wait, we're already doing that. hydrogen fluoride. We're already doing that. Let's take a look here. So here we are combining these two things, and we are getting this stuff. What is this? We are getting it. Let's go back. There. I want to check. I want to make sure I see this correctly. Like, what is happening there? Make sure that I'm not mixing things up. Right, while that's happening, let's just tell it to resume doing the researches. Right, so this process, this one, it gives us hydrogen fluoride gas, and then we are consuming it here to get hydrofluoric acid. And here we need hydrogen fluoride gas. We can produce it basically using this process. Only using this process. Okay, what that means? What that means? We will repurpose this block so that we actually exporting this thing when we are producing rubber. We'll be exporting this thing, hydrogen fluoride gas. It will go over there, and we'll be importing potentially more hydrofluoric acid to kind of compensate for that in a way. So that's how we'll try to get 225. Is this enough? Let's take a look. So we are talking about rubber block. It's probably this one. We have hydrogen fluoride gas. We have 60 of it, and we'll have 3 blocks, so we'll get 180 hydrogen fluoride. Okay, it's not a lot, but it's something. Something. Let's say we'll have some of it, and the remaining part, hydrogen fluoride gas. Can kind of get it back from hydrofluoric acid, even though it seems to be a pretty bad recipe, pretty bad process. Maybe we should just do it here directly. Maybe we shouldn't be doing those things. Right, because what we could do... let's ignore this for now. We'll figure this out. One way or another, it will be figured out. We need tungsten oxide. And we'll probably have to use this thing without pellets as our first iteration on that. We'll need tungsten ore. Okay, good. And we need hydrogen chloride. We can get this one. It is looking a little bit complicated, this whole process, let me tell you that. It's looking a bit complicated. And in the future we want to use purified saphirite, javelite and stilotite. That's the goal in the future. In the beginning though, we need to figure out which process we will start with. And I feel like the best one might be... Okay, we need lots of silver, we need lots of copper, iron. Yeah, this is mostly iron. This is mostly copper. Like, check this out. This is actually a pretty interesting kind of idea, I think. We need a lot of copper ore. We are always short on it because of cratinium. The iron doesn't hurt. Silver is a pretty useful thing, and we need lots of silver. We just scaled silver build like very recently. So it's a good thing. It's useful for us. Tin is tin. We don't have lots of tin production. It might not be very useful, but we could like put a highest priority on this process. And uranium we can burn it to produce power. Because I wanted to set up a separate uranium process anyway. Like I wanted to set up wait, what is happening here? We need 90. Oh. I see. Let's like scale it down a bit, maybe. 12 sorting facilities. I mean, I guess 81. We don't have 81. We don't have this much. Let's change this a little bit. Let's say we are going for. We'll have significantly less of tungsten, right? Let's say we'll go for 6, right? 54. I think that's like I think we can afford only this much at this point, and we'll have to kind of switch to better process to get like higher numbers, because that's the thing, right? If you're going with this process, let's move this up. So if you're going with this process, then we'll need only 30 of each, and that's super easy to get. Like we have basically these amounts, because I think we're producing like almost 60 of each in the best case. So this is not hard to get, but using this process a little bit tricky. And we also want to produce it as part of this chain, I believe, because otherwise we'll be wasting space in the block. So let's see, we'll have tungsten. Okay, tungsten plates are produced from this thing, from tungsten powder. What else is produced from tungsten powder? So we have tungsten powder. We can produce tungsten paste, whatever. Copper tungsten plate. Sounds good. I don't know where exactly it will be used. Okay, armor, pipe, furnace, heat pipe. Basically, it doesn't look like we need lots of them. Let's get back to this thing. So, we'll produce tungsten powder. Oh, sorry, we'll be producing that thing. Tungsten powder mixture that will be needed for tungsten plates. That's good. We are using that process. Again, tungsten powder mixture, we're actually using this process and not the previous one, because cobalt, we are more careful about the cobalt. And the nickel. Okay, I'll go back to nickel. I need to check something, whether it uses cratinium or not specifically. And this thing, yeah, it's part of the science. We'll need it for the science. And tungsten carbide plate, it's also useful. So we need tungsten powder for lots of things. This plate is used for heat shielding tile. Okay, basically this thing is also useful. I said something about nickel, right? Nickel ore. When we are producing it, like using this process, we are not relying on cratinium. That's the most important part, right? We don't need cratinium, and that's great. It's great that we don't need it, because yeah, we are experiencing shortages of cratinium. Like, look at that. We are completely out of cratinium, which is pretty bad. Right. Are we producing the science? Is this thing working? It looks like it is. It's a little bit slow, because like everything science related for us is slow, but it's okay. Another thing that we wanted strength casting. No, not this one. Maybe this one, or processing. So we wanted strength casting machines. This one. That's what we want. Let's just kind of schedule it so that we have it somewhere. Alright, and if we look at the blue science, we are again short on circuits. Yeah, I'm not sure how I can speed up the circuits, to be honest. I'm not sure what I could do about that. So we have... No, we do not have copper production, because we don't have ore, and we don't have ore here as well. Yeah, so we would really benefit from tungsten production from the ore. Right, speaking of tungsten, we basically have tungsten powder as like pretty important thing, and then we have lots of things that will be producing from that. So let's say we will have tungsten powder produced in this block, right? Because this is input, this will be output. This will be output for tungsten. So let's say tungsten plate and like all the other things will basically go here. So let's say like plate, carbide plate, and the other thing, like this thing, will basically go here. I think the placement is a bit wrong, but it's okay. And tungsten, this thingy powder will come from here. The thing is, okay, powder process is actually very complicated, and we'll have the ore. Do we want to have it separately from the powder? I don't really want to. But I want to export ore anyway. So, you know what, let's do it. Let's just split it. We'll have tungsten ore as a separate block. It's gonna be very, very kind of lightweight, very simple process. We'll just have it here and it will be fine. We still have one extra block that we could use for something. Here, maybe for power. Yes, let's do this. We'll have power here. Where is our power? Okay, uranium reactor. Yep. This will be the power. Good. Good. We'll have some production of uranium. It will be delivered here, and we'll figure out what to do next over there. One thing that I didn't do, I should have copied this in like a couple of places like that, because this will actually allow like almost this whole block to be landfilled, right? And getting stuff landfilled is good. It's useful for us. Let's remove this turret. This turret is gone. We do not have turrets here. Okay. We are doing something, and I want to just paste this thing a couple of times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I guess like this. Right. Even like that. Nice. Looking good. Let's get back to our main base. So what did we do today? We basically just landfilled lots of blocks, and we got a research. Which research did we get? Oil pressing of plants, I believe? No. I think it's this research that we got. I'm not sure, but basically one of the bio researches was done today, and we did some planning for chrome and tungsten, right? So we basically were planning chrome and tungsten today. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Cheers!